Welcome to Long Lost Brothers, the podcast devoted to talking shit
and self-improvement.
That's right. My name is Brett Scott.
And I'm Jesse Cole.
And we are the Long Lost Brothers.
Brothers, indeed. What's up, my man?
What's happening, dude?
Just a Monday, a very Monday.
Are you excited for on Thursday we get to do the round table for Secret Invasion?
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that. I'm gonna watch Secret Invasion again so I can make sure I got shit to watch. That's funny. Kimberly just caught me saying that. She has not been a fan of Secret Invasion by any stretch. Right. Yeah. I said I'm gonna watch it again. It was like, yeah, fucking right.
She's like, you gotta watch that on your phone in your free time, motherfucker.
Yeah, yo. She's like, you must be staying up late, boy, because I ain't watching that shit.
Yeah. So I've talked to if people don't know, over on the Marvel Plus podcast that I do, after each series is over, we go back and bring the whole group of people back from each episode to talk about the series as a whole. And so I usually go, and then the people that can make it, cool. The people that can't, that's fine. It's not a big deal. We usually get quite a few people back to discuss it as a group, and It's always fun to do. So Jesse was on. I had a few other guests on that can't make it back, but we've got quite a few returning guests. So I think it's gonna be about 4 of us over there. So
yeah, that's a good round table though. More than that, it gets little. We start talking with each other too much.
Right. We got a square table, and it seems to work a lot better that way.
Yeah, square table's good for people. There's plenty, I think.
Yeah. Other than that, what's been going on, man?
So I'm pretty proud of myself. I've been trying to get back into fitness, and today I actually I did not overeat. I worked out, got all my steps. Yeah. So I'm trying to. We meal prepped. Well, Kimberly meal prepped yesterday.
What are you doing? Are you back on the high reps, high frequency, What are you doing?
I'm just basically gonna do a bro split, but I'm just trying to have fun. So I just went and got a good back and bicep pump, and so it was cool because I haven't really been in the gym a lot. I've been pretty sick, and then we were gone for a week with you before that, and I just haven't been doing fitness, and so it was kind of cool. I went in prime time hours, at 5:30 today, on the West Coast, 5:30, and all the owner was there. My boy Vince, who's monster bench presser. I was benching him, and he hit a 405-pound triple. And
are you still at the powerlifting gym?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I saw my boy Cam, who's just a good friend. I train with him sometimes. So it was kind of cool just to see all my boys and get a pump. And I was like, I gotta remember to have fun with it and not to make it some arduous task. Go and move some fucking weights around, have fun, and remember to eat right. I didn't go super strict on food, but I stopped eating when I was full. I had a taco salad for lunch, pretty homemade. It was bomb. It was nice.
You just gotta avoid those gas station breakfast sandwiches and shit.
I haven't been doing a ton of gas station shit, to be honest. But Kimberly's been cooking all this extra bomb ass shit. Yeah. So you have you seen those things where it's a smash burger on a tortilla?
No, but it sounds good.
Okay, was that with homemade Big Mac sauce, lettuce, and pickles? It's a Big Mac taco, dude. And I don't know. That was the last meal where I was like, oh my god, bro. This is
I like putting stuff on tortillas.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I could turn anything into a quesadilla.
Yeah, remember we had those? What was it? Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Chicken and macaroni and cheese quesadillas.
Yeah, yes.
Those were all right, bro.
Spicy, buffalo macaroni and cheese quesadilla, buffalo chicken macaroni and cheese quesadilla.
Oh my god! Hey, do you know the game Bean Boozled?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kimberly bought those, right? But she bought these ones that are spicy.
Okay.
One's a habanero, one's a jalapeno, one's sriracha. But one Carolina Reaper. The hottest I went was habanero. And it wasn't make you, I ate a cayenne one the first night and it made me cough. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. And then my kids, one of them not by choice, ate the Carolina Reaper ones.
Oh shit.
Oh my heck, dude. Oh my heck, spicy rice.
What happened?
My daughter was just eating the normal ones that are like one. It might be candy or it might be dishwater, right. Like. And so she's eating those ones, and then my son.
I hate those, dude. I hate them.
Yeah, I know. I was asking Kimberly, who'd you buy these for? Especially the spicy ones. Like,
I know, dude. Who wants to fucking bite into like rotten eggs or fucking socks or whatever the fuck?
Well, it's funny because me and Kimberly were playing before, like when the kids were gone Friday night, and me and Kimberly were going for it, and dude, I aced out because she made me eat the jalapeno one and then a cayenne one. And I was like, these are horrible. And then she's like, okay, now play the regular game with me. I'm like, will you eat a hot one? She's like, no, I'm not eating a hot one. So I was like, how is this a fair game?
I think I'd much rather eat the hot ones though than take a chance at eating the fucking nasty ones.
I know, but I'm lucky because I aced out 2 in a row, and then I was like, nope, I'm done. I got like good candy flavor on both my picks, and I was like, nope, all done. And Kimberly got like a dirty dishwater one.
Bro, they got like skunk and fucking dirty socks.
Yeah, but my son ate the Carolina Reaper jelly bean, and he was like normal, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everybody else was like, oh my god, but he was like, no, I'm straight.
He's like one of those YouTubers that do the like no reaction.
Dude, yeah, no, he can eat like anything spicy that I could eat, he could eat. He's like really like into eating spicy food. So I like this habanero hot sauce. It's pretty hot. Like it's not like I wouldn't describe it as super hot, but it, you can ruin your dinner with it easy.
Who is this? Your oldest son, or are you talking about a younger son?
No, my 12-year-old.
Oh damn.
Yeah, no, and he's a beast. He's been like that for a couple of years. He did like the spicy chip challenge. He didn't like kill that one, but like he was eating the habanero ones, taking it better than me. I was like, Jesus, man.
That's still one I haven't done. I haven't done the hot chip, and I kind of always wanted to, but
I have no need.
Spicy, like I love spicy food. I love it, but it tears my butthole up.
The butthole. It gives me heartburn. I love eating like hot sauce on my tacos, dude. Or like I love that shit, like the habanero sauce. But I'll eat it and I'll be fine for like a whole day, and then the next day I wake up in the middle of the night just dying of heartburn.
Yeah, it especially gets me if I eat actual peppers. Like if I eat like jalapenos.
Oh yeah.
I fucking love jalapenos, but it'll tear my stomach up, dude. I don't get heartburn, but I just get like fucking wrenching pain, and then I end up fucking shitting and fucking
spicy on the way out.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! It's the but it's like it's because like my wife's like, why do you do this to yourself? I'm like, but it tastes so fucking good.
Right? It's like lactose intolerant people that eat ice cream.
Yes, exactly, dude. And I
get it, bro.
But I love spicy food. But I also think like there's a fucking level where it's not actually fun. Like if it doesn't taste good at all anymore.
Yeah, it's just like fucking your face up.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of that is. I really don't.
I do like
how they taste.
I do like occasionally like biting into like a really hot habanero and just letting it melt my face, just because like that euphoria you get from it, where it's like, oh my god, this blew my face off. Like your eyes are watering, it's like clears you out. So like you feel like kind of like punch drunk from it. You're like, oh my god, bro. Like occasionally I like it. It's been a while, but I really enjoy like the flavor of habaneros. But I have to like slice them super thin and kind of just like liquid them down with like over like avocado or something like that, like mix them in really well at a low percentage of habanero to whatever the other foods are.
Yeah,
making my mouth water talking about it.
I love me some jalapenos, some chipotles. Which do you know chipotles are just jalapenos? I
did not know that.
Yeah, they're just jalapeno. I think there's something like they're dried out jalapenos.
Really? A chipotle is a dried out jalapeno? I never knew that. I did not know that.
Look it up. I didn't either. And I figured that out. I don't remember why, but I was looking up chipotle because I love the flavor of chipotle anything. Like.
Yeah. So there's this hot sauce that I buy. It's called El Yucateco. I'm sure I've talked about it before. It's like my favorite hot sauce. And the one I have is a habanero. But they make chipotle ones. They make every kind of pepper you can imagine. But it's like, dude, that's the top hot sauce. It was Tapatio or Tapatio, however you say it. But
yeah, Tapatio, yeah.
It's Tapatio, but I call it Tapatio as a joke.
At Chipotle. When I go to Chipotle, I get the red salsa.
Yeah. The salsa we had at at that little restaurant, what was it called?
Yeah.
That was a local
local cantina.
Local cantina. That was not bad. That salsa they had.
It wasn't bad. My favorite salsa, honestly, is from Chili's. You ever go to Chili's?
I haven't been to Chili's. Is that good?
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's whatever. It's Tex-Mex, right? It's like Applebee's or like
yeah.
But it's got but their salsa's like
I've never seen it at Chili's except for when I was in Ohio.
Oh really? Okay. So yeah. You probably had it. So but their salsa is like, I don't really like chunky fucking salsa. I like it to be really ground up, fucking like sauce. You know,
okay. Yeah.
And they got that shit, and it's nice. It's like a perfect spice. It's not too hot. It's not fucking lame. Good shit. And when you get a side of chips, they give you an entire fucking giant bag of chips.
Really?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if you get a meal and one of your sides you pick chips, it's a fucking entire like family sized bag.
Man, my favorite salsa, there's this place called El Salvadoriana. It's like a legit, like authentic El Salvadoran restaurant here in Aberdeen. And dude, they have the chips you get with the salsa. It is like that. It's all like super ground up. But the best one that I ever had really was when I was a kid. My neighbors, they're like legit from Mexico. And what they would do is they just put like a pepper, a tomato, and a chili, like a jalapeno, on a pan and just like let it kind of sear, you know what I mean? And then they'd smash it with a glass like in the pan, and then you just kind of eat your chips with it. That shit was hella good.
All right, I can see that.
I think they put salt on it too. But yeah, it was just like, oh damn, that's like hella fresh.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, do you ever eat them little like roasted jalapenos and onions?
You know I don't eat onions.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, of course you don't eat onions. My bad. But you know what I'm talking about, right? They put them right by each other. They're like kind of a little like sautéed, like burned outside of a whole jalapeno. You ever had that?
What are they like?
You would find it at like a food truck or a super authentic Mexican restaurant.
No,
like they did like a taco truck. Like they just put it like out there on like one of them little stainless steel pans, and they just put like they're just in there, bro. And oh my god, you get that on the side. Two of them boys with your meal. They do that at the El Salvadorian restaurant. Like if you order certain things, they'll just come with a little burnt chili out there. Oh, so good.
Nice.
Yeah, you gotta try that, my man. Okay, so there's been a lot of build-up on the show for months now, talking about Jake Paul versus Nathaniel Diaz.
Yes, Jacob Paul and Nathaniel Diaz.
Yeah, Jacob Paul. Okay. Yeah.
What now let's go back for a minute, because when this was first announced, you're like, there ain't no fucking way in hell Jake Paul is taking.
I really did not think so. I mean, Nate Diaz is a gangster, bro.
He's a dog, but he's not a boxer. I think that's the thing. He's a scrapper. He's not like a technical boxer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's not, and he's a very good dirty boxer, MMA boxer.
Let's see those two in a street fight. I think Nate Diaz is fucking whooping his ass.
Yeah, I'd rather be in the hood with Nate Diaz than Jake Paul for sure.
Yes, 100%. I've seen what Jake Paul does when confronted in public.
Yeah, he's scared, bro. I mean, rightfully so. He fucks with the wrong people constantly. So yeah. I mean, he's not scared, but his risk to reward, he gambles a lot.
He's smart, yeah. He's smart for running away from fucking Mayweather's crew.
Yeah. Like, bro, that's not a problem you want. Right. Got your hat. Like, that's balls, bro. Floyd Mayweather got your hat. Like, come on, man. Okay, so...
speaking of, that little scene made the Jake Paul documentary that I watched on Netflix.
Oh, yeah. My Netflix is broken right now. I have been paying the subscription, but something's over my TV. It won't play Netflix. I don't know. I need to switch out my TVs. I got another one locked and loaded.
It's basically the stuff that we talk about here on this podcast. You know, just the fact that like he was this fucking nobody kid from Ohio. It's fucking him and his brother started doing YouTube. What I found really interesting about it though, that I didn't realize, is that him and Logan were extremely
actually gay lovers.
No, listen.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Extremely fucking competitive over YouTube. Like,
yeah, I think I knew that.
Like they're like, they basically admitted that they kind of hated each other for a couple years. It was like a legitimate, real rivalry, to the point where Logan stole one of Jake's girlfriends.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like made it like public, like, I got your fucking girlfriend on YouTube.
Oh my heck!
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
That's fucking foul, dude. But anyway, so they had like this legitimate rival.
Yeah, like I remember I would never watch their YouTubes ever, but somehow I don't remember. I came across one, and Jake bought. I think he bought Logan a fucking Lambo or something.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
But he didn't really. And then the guy came to get his car and was like, "What the fuck are you doing with my car, bro?" And Jake, or Logan was like literally started crying. He's like, "I thought we were fucking squashing the beef." Like, it's like, oh,
yeah.
My.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That was good. And I've heard him talk about it later too. Like, he really believed him, because he was asking, he's like, "You're fucking with me, right? Like, you are fucking with me." He's like, "No, bro, I swear to God, I got you. I fucking love you. I appreciate you, and I just want you to know it. My appreciation." Yeah. And he's like, "Man, bro." Yeah,
dude.
It was.
Could you imagine?
And I kind of felt bad, but then now that I found out that Logan fucking stole his girlfriend and rubbed it in his face online, like,
yeah,
I'm like, that's not really that bad of a prank. Anyway,
I thought you had a Lambo, sucker.
But it was a good little documentary, man. Like, for anyone who's just like, Jake Paul's just a little fucking punk kid, whatever, fucking YouTube, fucking whatever. You want to make fun of him, what have you. I think this documentary does a good job at
legitimizing him.
Yeah, just showing his journey. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he was just this or whatever, but he really did focus full on fucking boxing. Like, it started out as a YouTube boxing thing, right? And his first fucking fight, and then he's like, I fucking like this. Like, I like this training. I like this fucking.
Yeah, he got serious. I mean, dude, you cannot say now that Jake Paul's not a boxer. I mean, no. I mean, like, I'm low-key a hater, and I gotta give it up. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like.
Yeah, let's talk about this fight.
Okay. At the start, I knew it would. Jake came out hot, started piecing in Nate, busted him up like I thought he would. You know, because I said if it got stopped, I don't know if I said it to you, but I was talking with my buddy, and I was like, it'll probably, if it does get end, it won't be by knockout. It'll be by Nate's face getting split open and bleeding too much. You know, it'll be doctor stoppage, right? Because Nate doesn't get knocked out. I said that as he's not gonna knock him out. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. He's not gonna knock him out. No. And he didn't. No, knocked him down,
but when I saw that first round, and I was like, it wasn't that I thought he was gonna get knocked out right there, but I was like, if he's taking this much fucking hard ass hits early, what's gonna happen come round 8? Because look, he's used to 5 rounds of 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
That's 25 minutes. This was a 30 minute. This is a 30-minute bout. So even longer than what he's used to. Much longer than what Jake's used to.
Yeah, 10 rounds.
Right. So this one went 10 rounds, which it equals out to 30 minutes. So it's an extra 5 minutes. It's like Nate fighting an extra round in MMA.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
So I was like, man, if he's taking like this many hits and he didn't get his hands up like a boxer as much, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't know if you know this because you're not as finger on the pulse with MMA as I am, but Nate's a slow starter. Him taking some ass whipping early on is every fight.
Okay.
You just expect that Nate's gonna get pieced in for a minute, then he's gonna get turned on, then he's gonna start operating, and he's gonna wear you down and or either strangle you or just pepper you with punches until you can't walk. Did
it feel to you like Nate was more in this just for the fun of doing it? Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't taking it that seriously.
Well, I would say that, except for Nate. That's just how he fights. I'll send you a bunch of highlights where it's just Nate, like, they'll be throwing hands, something will happen, he'll just, like, either walk off and then reset, or he'll, like, bitch slap them, like, literally bitch slap them. That's called the Stockton slap. A bitch slap him and put his hands up like, "Hi, I got you, bitch." Like, and then start fighting them again, you know? Like, him and his brother are like, they'll piece him in with a combo and step back and talk shit and then go again. Like, that's very much like their style.
Yeah.
So him walking off is kind of new though, because that's like he did that in his retirement fight from the UFC with Tony Ferguson. It's like they started going and then Nate would kind of walk off from the fight, you know?
Like literally like turn his back on the opponent, like start walking.
Yeah. Get his breath, you know? It's like, okay. It's like, that's kind of weird, but it's like, especially in boxing, I don't think the guy's going to attack you from behind because that's a foul.
Right. That kind of takes their steam away from him because, like, fuck, I can't punch him in the back of the head.
It's like when there's a bunch of fast breaks going and somebody like starts dribbling slow to like slow the momentum.
Yeah.
I think that's the same idea. I don't know for sure, but I think that's what he's doing. Like,
yeah, controlling the pace of the fight a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he's like, no, let's bring it back and slow this back down to like, you know, I see you're like getting out, like let's square up again. You know, so I think that's what he's doing. He got knocked down too, though. He started, you know, he did a lot of good counter punching. I don't know if a lot of people like noticed that, but he was hitting Jake with some shit.
Yeah, especially in the later rounds.
Oh yeah, he started waking up. You know, I mean, he weathered a storm, and it's like I think he underestimated the amount of cardio and chin that Jake was gonna have, because he started
especially. Yeah, I think he didn't expect Jake to have the stamina.
Yeah, because Jake has heart, man. I mean, he's doing his shit, and so I don't know if it's 100% official, but I'm seeing it on at least 3 reputable fights that Nate and Jake have agreed to fight for $10 million in PFL.
Yeah, I mean, they've talked about it all the way up until the fight. All the little press conferences I saw beforehand, they mentioned it.
And Nate was like, well, he's like, I'll worry about it today, and then we'll worry about it tomorrow. Let's see what happens tomorrow, you know? Yeah. When the fight's over, we'll wake up and talk about it then. And then now they're saying, yeah, let's go, you know?
Yeah, at the end of the fight, you know, they asked him right there in the ring about it. And he was like, yeah, he's like, I feel like he got this one, you know, I need to get mine. So.
Well, yeah, and I feel like that's a very different game.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see. I think that it'll be a whole different fucking world.
And I'm gonna say it now. I'm not gonna underestimate Jake at MMA.
No, he does have some wrestling background, and he can throw hands, so he has some skills.
He's got that right hand, and I've seen him throwing some kicks. He looked not bad at all.
Bro, he's that left hand. What the fuck?
No. Not I mean his hand. I mean his kicks. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
His kicks don't look bad. I mean, better than mine. You know, and you know, and he has a wrestling background, right?
Yep.
So if he could just get, you know, if he can train a guard enough to not get grounded and pounded right away, then he'd probably be in good shape. I don't think he's gonna want to attack Nate, because Nate finishes people off his back.
And we do have to realize, like, Nate Diaz is my age too. There is something to be said about.
Yeah,
I mean,
Nate's 38
fighting a 6-year-old. So.
Yeah, and I love Nate Diaz, but he's not a champ. He's never been the champ. So he's not. Nate's a Hall of Famer. He's a beast. He beat. You put 100 guys in the room, he'll probably beat all their asses. But
he has beat the best before, just not for the title.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
The guy
he lost to the guy that's the champ right now, but it's because like he stunned him, and instead of finishing him or getting in on him, he stepped back and was like, "Ha, bitch! Like, see, guy, I got you." And yeah, Leon Edwards, like, yeah, he was piecing him in, but it's kind of the same deal. It's like start to wake up at the end. Like, if there was 2 more rounds, it might be a different story. And it's like in the second Conor McGregor fight, if there's 2 more rounds, it might be a different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will say this probably wasn't the war that I would have liked to have seen.
But Jake was pretty dominant.
Yeah, pretty dominant. I'd say you could give one, maybe two of the rounds to Nate, as in full rounds. But he had some good fucking flurries. He had some good fucking moments, especially, like I said, towards the end. But yeah, man, like I think Jake's just built his boxing skills, man. Like he's been living and breathing this for the last 3 years and taking it really seriously. Now, I know, people hate to hear excuses, right? But the fight that he had with Tommy Fury, apparently Jake fucked around during his fucking his camp. He fucking, like 6 weeks before they fought, he had a fucking breakup with his girlfriend. He got fucking blackout drunk. Like during his fucking camp, 6 weeks before a fight, getting blackout drunk.
Yeah, against somebody that's definitely not. Like, that's Tyson Fury's little brother. And if he loses, they're going to disown him from the Fury family.
Yeah, that's a fight he should have been ultra on point for. And
that would have been the biggest fuck you to all his haters.
Yes.
Because, I mean, he has knocked down Anderson Silva, knocked down Nate Diaz. He knocked out China. These are all high-level resume builders. I'm not...
Right. But
I can't, like, even if I wanted to, I find Jake Paul obnoxious and cringy, and I don't care for a lot of things he does, but I cannot take anything away from him as a fighter.
Yeah, and all of his obnoxious cringe is fucking on purpose. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, if he's selling the fight, yeah, I get it. That's great.
And he does, man. That's the thing. Is people talk all this shit about these fights and who he's fighting and blah, 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 but they still buy that fucking $60 pay-per-view, bro.
Yep.
And that's the whole point. Like, that's a big part of the documentary is him just realizing, like, he doesn't mind playing the villain because the villain ends up fucking, like, creating all the interest in the fight.
Well, yeah, and it's like Chael Sonnen. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I heard you say his name.
Okay, well, he was in the middle, like in Dana's place, like in the middle of the guys at their last deal. All right, so his company's called like Bad Guy Inc. Uh-huh. He was like always played the heel in MMA, and he would just talk the worst shit. Super funny. I mean, he's just hilarious. But he would just play the bad guy. He'd talk shit. He'd do the Jake Paul thing. He's the first guy to do this. He's the one that took the WWE thing and took it to MMA.
Mm-hmm.
So he's one of my favorite fighters ever. He's a badass motherfucker. So Chael Sonnen. And then he does like comment, like fighting commentary now. And he said that this is something that he had. Is even though he lost, this isn't a loss for Nate Diaz. He didn't get knocked out. He stayed in the fight the whole time. He wasn't scared. He didn't back down. So it is a loss, but nobody stopped being a Nate Diaz fan over the loss.
No way. And it's not his sport at the end of the day.
Exactly. It's his first boxing match. Straight up.
Speaking though of WWE, the same night, fucking Logan Paul wins his match. Bro, that fucking dude is so fucking athletic.
Yeah, you sent me that reel, and I was like, sheesh.
God damn. He's fucking got some serious talent, dude.
What's that backflip to a frog splash called?
I don't fucking know.
They yelled out some name. I was watching it on the way home from the gym today.
I don't know, but he can do it all. He can do all that shit.
Yeah, okay, Logan Paul, I see you.
He's seriously acrobatic and very entertaining to watch in the ring. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, no, I've said that. I'm super impressed with Logan Paul as far as his WWE career. Like, getting after it. Good for him.
He's fucking jacked, too. Everyone, everyone accuses Jake of being on steroids. I really don't believe that. I do, however, could see Logan getting that, especially now that he's in, like, WWE. It's like, he has no reason not to.
Jake doesn't look like he's on steroids. He looks like he's he trains his ass off.
Yeah.
He'd be like more. He'd have it.
And Logan's
he had like a little bit of six pack, but not like shredded down. He wasn't super vascular. His shoulders weren't oversized. He doesn't look like he's on here.
No, he looked like a boxer. He didn't look like Rocky in Rocky 3. You know what I mean? He looked like a boxer. But
Yeah.
I will say, this is the leanest I've seen Jake look, though. He looked fucking like I've never seen him with any kind of abs. I'm like, damn, he got a little bit of abs there at the weigh-in. Obviously, he's like dehydrated there and shit too. But
I guess he was super focused on cardio for this fight because he didn't want to get ran through by Nate, because Nate is he's got cardio like a motherfucker. I don't know if he does now, but I mean, just naturally, like he'll swim. Like he swam to Alcatraz and back twice from.
Well, it paid off for Jake. It paid off for him focusing on that cardio, because he looked crisper towards the end than he did in any of his other fights.
Yeah, and that's he's probably learning that for boxing, road work is where it's at.
And he fucking was moving like a boxer in there, man. Even in the late rounds, he's bouncing around. He's fucking moving foot to foot. Like, he was moving around that ring, keeping the pace up. Like,
probably the scariest. Well, I don't know. Anderson Silva's got to be a scarier fight than him. I would think. For me, I've seen. I mean, but I don't know. I'm an MMA dude, but it's like I've seen Anderson Silva flatline a hell of people.
In terms of like knockout, like worrying about a knockout, yeah.
Yeah, that, I mean, like Nate will beat you up, but it's going to be like a lot of punches, or he's going to put you to sleep. Generally, historically, you know what I mean? I mean, like he can knock me out, but like, you know, if you're a fighter, it's like you got to worry more about getting punched 100 times than strangled, you know?
Yeah, it was hard to believe that they were both the same weight and around the same height in this fight.
Yeah, because Nate had way less muscle mass. But again, he's 38 and he's a vegan.
Yeah, and I feel like also Nate is, he's like at the upper of his weight when he's at that weight.
Oh yeah, he generally fights at 155.
Whereas Jake is probably like easily a 200 some pound guy.
Oh God, yeah.
That cuts down to 185. So yeah, he's gonna look a little beefier once they get done weighing in and he puts some food back in his body. He's going to swell right the fuck back up. So,
yeah, that's like Alex Pereira. He gets down to like 185 for the weigh-in, and then gets up to like 223 like the next day for the fight.
God damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, because it's like all water cut in, so then they just like hydrate hella and eat, you know, and it's insane. I'm like a 30-pound fluctuation in a day.
Yeah. Probably the most dangerous part of fucking fighting, dude.
Yeah.
Fighting, wrestling, everything. Like, is the fucking weight cuts.
Yeah.
It's kind of silly. Why don't they just fucking...
It's like a bodybuilding show, and then you're going to fight somebody the day after.
Yeah. Why don't they just fight at their weights? Everyone.
Well, that's what PFL's like moving to. Where you have to be a certain percent hydrated, or they don't let you fight.
Well, that's probably fucking smart. I thought
it's better for the fighters.
About fighters, for real.
Well, and that's what Rogan's been saying. Is like, why don't people just fight at the weight they walk around at? You'll get the best performances.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's ever been a thing, though. You know?
Well, because there's guys that are like weight bullies, where they'll like Alex Pereira. You know, like he went down to like 170 or something to fight, and you know, and I mean, he's like 6 and some change, and walks around at like 225 pounds, 230 pounds, you know?
Yeah.
And then he goes, like, cuts like 50 fucking pounds to fight. Because he can weight, then he can be so much heavier. Like, if you perfect that cut, the next day you can put on like 30 pounds of water, then you're a big fucking boy in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know, how much does that prove that you're a better fucking fighter? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to get that money,
you fight someone your own weight who's comfortable at your own weight. And yeah, you're both going to be at the top of your game. Like, that's a real fucking fight.
Yeah, and like then there's all this stuff like where they're arguing about that, like, you know, Bradley Martin is, of course, right?
Yes.
Okay, so have you heard about him talking about fighting Demetrius Johnson? I think I talked about that on here, right?
He literally says basically he can beat up any guy smaller than him.
Yeah, I don't know about that, because Platinum Mike Perry, who's like, you know who that is?
No.
Okay, so he's a dude. He's like a street fight, like a brawler, straight up brawler. He's in the UFC, and then he left to go to bare knuckle boxing, and he's like the king of bare knuckle boxing. Like he has the belt. He's the champ. He fucking loosened up he broke Luke Rockhold's teeth in a fight, in a bare knuckle boxing fight. Like he's just a gangster. Like he's this white dude, but he says that he drops the N-bomb regularly, and he's like, and nobody cares. They give him a pass on it. They're like, yeah, you can say that. You're cool. You know, like
Nate, so does Nate.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
By the way, that's something that he said, that fucking that Jake Paul said, like, Nate's funny as fuck in the ring because he's talking shit in his ear the whole fucking fight, the entire time, and he's like, he kept saying, he's like, well, I can't fucking say what he was saying. He was like, why couldn't you? I can't be that bad. He's like, no, it was just like racial slurs constantly.
Yeah. Well, hold on before I get off topic. So Mike Perry said he'll come in at 180 pounds and fight Bradley Martin bare knuckle boxing. And
Bradley Martin's what, like 220?
260, bro.
Oh shit. Okay.
But all day I'm betting my money on Mike Perry.
Yeah, dude. Like
Mike Perry will flatline Bradley.
And there's always a chance that the big guy's gonna land some lucky fucking hard ass punch.
Well, I feel like the difference between Demetrius Johnson, he walks around like 150 pounds best, right? Like like he's been eating shitty and, you know, doing nothing but like heavy bench press. He's like 150 pounds.
Yeah.
Bradley Martin on like a light day is like 245, right? Like he's fasting. He's literally twice as big as him. Yeah. That has to account for something. I mean,
yes.
I feel like Bradley Martin could probably curl him. Actually,
sure.
I know. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, does that much weight change stuff?
I don't know, but I've been seeing all these Bradley Martin clips where he's basically
saying he'll fight whoever.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you think you could beat me in a street fight? Like,
Nate Diaz was like, bro. Nate Diaz was like, bro, you'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
And he would. That'd be an issue.
Yeah, he's not a little guy. Like, really, it kind of looks like Nate's not that big, but he's like 6 foot. He's not a little guy.
And he's been a legit black belt fighting the best in the world for 15 fucking years. I mean, he's, you know what I mean? Like, you saw what happened to like a normal dude running up on him, and that normal dude wasn't even a normal dude. That dude was actually like a low-level MMA fighter.
Yeah.
And it was like not even a problem. Just wrapped him up. Good night. See you. Like, that's insane.
Well, I for one am looking forward to, but it sounds like it's going to be at least I'd say a year out before there's this MMA fucking fight.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Jake says he's going to take a few months off.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, well, he has been going straight since like late last year.
Yeah, no, he should take a couple months off. You know, getting on those back-to-backs is how you start taking losses.
He said he wants to take some time off for the first time in a while. And then he also said that he'd probably need 8 to 9 months of MMA-specific training to get ready for the fight.
As he should.
So I'd say at least a year before we see that. But I'm looking forward to that. I'd see that.
Yeah, I mean, if they have the negotiations, the hardest part of it, you know. Once they got the contracts in place and the agreement there, then they're fine, you know.
Yeah, and I think Nate wants to make sure it's a co-promotion with his promotion company and MVP. Yeah. So, you know, but I'm sure they'll all go for it to make it happen because it'll be a big fucking money.
And that's the cool thing about Jake is he doesn't mind other people making money.
Yeah. That's
what's cool about him is like, no, he's like, yeah, I'm going to pay this guy a buttload of money and we're going to fight.
Yeah, because it's going to be, how much is he going to make? You know what I mean? Like, especially as
like, let's both make $10 million.
Right. And the fucking promotion companies make that money too. Like, they're going to make so much money. And it's going to be such a huge event. It's going to be fucking huge. Each fight's getting bigger. This is the biggest pay-per-view yet. And then if they do an MMA fight.
Yeah. No, he's going to sell out.
Yeah, because MMA is now way more popular than boxing is as a sport.
I'm way more into MMA. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's just more moves and crazier shit can happen than in a boxing match, you know?
Yeah, well, it just took over, right? Like, it became the sport to care about. People stopped caring about boxing. That was one thing Mike Tyson was saying about, he's like, thank God for Jake Paul, because Jake Paul is fucking getting people to give a fuck about boxing again. And like, no one was watching it, dude. Like, the money wasn't there for anything for any of these guys, and this is at least bringing some money to the sport. People are starting to care. But yeah, cross that over to MMA and also make it this like rivalry fight where, you know, Nate took a loss and now he's got to get redemption. Plus, fucking, you gotta give it to Jake too for fucking just having the balls to cross over. Now, we've seen a lot of crossovers from MMA to boxing.
Yeah,
we've never seen the opposite.
Yeah, and Jake even said it. He goes, yeah, you know, hopefully they respect me coming to their game. You know, he's like, but they've came here and I want to give him the, you know, home court advantage to go back. And, you know, so props to him, respect.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited for that. But yeah, that was fun.
Oh,
it was fun.
So you know who Tyson Fury is, right?
I do.
So he's like the baddest motherfucker heavyweight, right? And he's gonna do who Francis Ngannou is.
Yes.
Okay. Very scary power puncher from UFC, signed with PFL. Big controversy on him arguing, but he's making a lot of money now, right? And anybody that fights him will get $2 million now in PFL. So that's good for him. But they also give him the right to box as well. And so he's gonna box Tyson Fury, and everybody's mad at Tyson Fury for this fight because he's the champ and he's gonna fight a boxer or MMA fighter, whatever. But I guess Mike Tyson is gonna train Francis Ngannou.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so that makes it interesting because I was like, oh man,
that does.
Because I was like initially I was like, I'll watch it for sure because I watch every fight I can, but I was like, this is gonna be super one-sided. He's just gonna, I was like, Tyson Fury's just gonna dance on him and, you know, pepper him up. You know, and I was like, if Francis can hit him, it's gonna fuck him up. Francis probably hits as hard or harder than Deontay Wilder. Like Francis hits the hardest in the UFC.
This is fascinating. Is this something that's already in the works or?
Yeah, I'll send you all the reels I see on it. But yeah, Mike Tyson's like, I'm gonna train him because
Tyson Fury is technically retired though, right, from boxing?
Technically, yes, but then he'll say he's retired after his fight, and he'll start calling all the heavyweights out, you know, like Klitschko, Deontay Wilder. Well, I don't think he's fighting Deontay Wilder anymore, but then he called out.
Does he technically still have the belt because he hadn't officially retired, or?
I don't know. I don't follow boxing that close.
I wonder if it's he decides he's going to retire, but he doesn't. You know, he's got a year or whatever it is or 2 years to relinquish the case. And then he comes back like, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna stay the champ, but fight one more time, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, there's one more thing about that Nate Diaz deal. Nick Diaz, who is Nate's older brother, who is, you know, a Hall of Famer, UFC fighter.
Yes.
Older, probably like, let's see, Nate's 38. He's probably like 40, 42 in that range. He said he'll fight or box either of the Paul brothers. Also, like in the future. So, yeah, because Nick Diaz came back for one fight against Robbie Lawler, and it wasn't pretty. He got pieced in.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I didn't really train for it, you know, like, and it's like, okay, well, that's a mistake. If you're going to fight Robbie Lawler, you should probably train for that, you know.
If I'm Logan, I just fucking stick with WWE, bro.
Oh, yeah. He looks good in there. He's getting paid.
Yeah, man.
I mean, yeah, that's it. Oh, and you know who's coming back from WWE is Ronda Rousey.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, Amanda Leon, she retired, so I think Ronda's like, all right, well, that bitch that killed me isn't there anymore, so. Well, it sucks because Holly Holm knocked her out, and then she fought Amanda Nunes, and she smashed her out, and she's like, I'm done now, dude. Like, two hard losses in a row. Like, you know, after just brutalizing everybody that gets in your path, and then just two gangster bitches come out and just fucking knock you flat. Like, you know, it'd make you want to quit. Amanda Nunes, I mean, fuck, dude. She'd be me and you at the same time, I think.
I get it, but like going back, you've gotta feel a little bit like disheartened. If you're waiting until the beach is fucking no longer there to go back, like you're always in your mind being like, I would never have went back if I knew that the people.
I'd be cool if she goes back and like has some like mid-level fights, like some lower competition and just fights like just to fight. I'm into that. Sure. But if she comes back and just for the belt right away, I'll be like, what? Like she's just like, you're just serving her to the wolves, dude. Like,
yeah,
like like Holly Holm is a badass, but she's not even like she lost her pretty decisively. She tapped to submission, I think, in the first round at her last out. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I love Holly Holm, but she's getting older, and the game's evolving. I mean, Holly Holm is like, she's a Hall of Fame boxer, Hall of Fame kickboxer, probably a Hall of Fame UFC fighter. So I mean, it's not to say. I mean, she's in great shape. She's amazing. She's great. But but this Brazilian girl just had her number. Real quick, I watched it on the plane. I watched it on the plane home. It wasn't pretty. So it's like she dominated Ronda Rousey. I mean, made her look silly. And so, so if she's like losing it, and it's not like MMA math doesn't work like that, but we'll see what happens. But I would like to see her come out and fight some like some people that are at her pace. That'd be cool. That are close fights for her. I'd be into that.
Sure.
Yeah. So, man, remember you were telling me that Margot Robbie was badass in I, Tonya?
Yeah, because I was like, she's not just a fucking very beautiful woman, fucking, and all that, but she's actually a really good fucking actress. As she is in I, Tonya. Yeah.
Yeah, I had never watched I, Tonya. So I seen that I was scrolling through. Couldn't really find nothing to watch. A little Justified out right now. I watched like so much of that. I'm like, I need a little break. But I went on to just the movies A to Z on Max, and then I was scrolling. I was like, I've seen this. Then I came across I, Tonya. I was like, I've never seen this, man. Let's check it out. And dude, that movie is right the fuck on. It's super good.
Yeah.
Margot really? Robbie's amazing. And so like I didn't recall a lot of the things that were happening. So I was like Googling them as I went and Google imaging.
Yep.
Everybody looks almost the same. They did such a good job, especially the mom.
Yeah.
It looks just like the pictures. Super historically sound. And except for like, of course, Margot Robbie's way prettier, and of course Sebastian.
She is, but they did a good job at making her look fucking white trash.
Yeah, and she does a really good job of putting those crazy eyes on.
Yeah, and just playing white trash, bro. Like she fucking plays herself.
And dude. Isn't she like not even American?
Who? Margot Robbie? No, I think she is American. I could be wrong.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google it just for the sake of argument. I thought I heard her
speak with an accent.
Oh no, Australian.
Oh, Australian.
I heard it was her and Will Smith doing that game where they make jokes on each other.
Yeah.
And she was speaking an Australian accent, and I was like, "Is she putting this on for the game?" And I was like,
she was in that movie with Will Smith, wasn't she?
Which one? I didn't know. I knew that they were friends, and I assumed it worked.
Oh yeah, they were in that movie. Fuck, what's it called? It's like one word, and it's something about like I don't know, deception or fucking shutter. I don't know, but anyway, they get. It's about fucking
focus.
Focus. Yeah, it's focus. It's all about being con artists or some shit.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch this.
But that was a ways back, man.
Yeah,
that was a ways back. I think that was like when was that? Focus.
2015. Romance crime.
Yeah.
Will Smith, veteran con artist, takes a novice named Jess, Margot Robbie, under his wing. While Nikki teaches Jess the tricks of the trade, the pair become romantically involved. But when Jess gets uncomfortably close, Nikki ends the relationship. And it keeps going, but I didn't see more. So, them falling in love.
Yeah, but it's not really. It's pretty fucking good, man. It's actually got a good little twist in it.
You think they had an entanglement?
In real life, no.
He said no.
I hope not. I fucking hope not. Will Smith's old, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so these old dudes getting these young chicks. Like, come on. It's like Leo DiCaprio won't date someone older than 25 and shit.
Yeah, that's kind of nasty.
There's some sexy fucking 40-year-olds, dude. I don't know what the deal is with, like, I get it. I mean, what is it? Like a status thing. Like, I can only date young fucking
it's probably
women.
Like, yeah.
But there's some really attractive. Like, I remember when Ashton Kutcher flipped the game on its head.
And started dating Demi Moore.
Yeah, dude. And then Justin Timberlake, too.
I have not fucked up anybody's name in this whole podcast yet.
Didn't Justin Timberlake date Cameron Diaz, too? Like, that was like a thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, these...
And then he married Jessica Biel.
Yes.
Not that she's some old geezer, but...
Nah, she's more like his age.
But they're like, they're both mature, mid-30s, something like that,
Yes, I love seeing that.
Like, it's not like he's, like, went... And then also Ashton Kutcher, like, after that, married Mila Kunis.
Yeah, and now I always thought that was cool to see, too. He goes back and marries Jackie. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. I used to have the biggest crush on Mila Kunis.
I will say that the fucking winner of the I'm gonna marry my wife and stay with her no matter what, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Well, there's two of them actually, but Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. Oh, and
being the sexiest man alive, and his wife is like older than him.
Yeah.
And he's like in his 50s. I mean,
also, why can't I think of his name right now?
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, there's another one though.
Keanu Reeves' girlfriend like has all gray hair. She's like, yeah, see, you date in your own age group. I like that. I like it.
Hang on, I'm gonna tell you. There's another one. He played James Bond. I'm doing good, not screaming. Pierce Brosnan. His wife is also matured as an older lady does. Yeah. And he's just in love with his wife. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
I love seeing that. And I still like to this day still have a crush on my old lady crush. I call it my old lady crush on Diane Lane. You know who that is?
I'm about to find out. Give me a sec.
Yeah, go for it. Diane Lane.
American actress. She is cute. Where do I know her from?
She's Superman's mom in fucking the Snyderverse.
Okay. Okay.
She's in Unfaithful with Richard Gere.
Oh yeah.
Where she's the housewife that cheats.
Under the Tuscan Sun. Streets of Fire. The Perfect Storm. She's in The Outsiders.
Bro, she's in everything. She's in everything. And she's in one of my favorite fucking westerns of all time. It was a TV series. You can see it on there. It's called Lonesome Dove. And she was gorgeous. Yeah. She was probably 20 in that movie. It was like a TV movie, but it's so fucking good.
I know Lonesome Dove. My mom used to watch that.
She played a whore. She played a whore on that.
She played a whore.
A whore. She played a whore with the heart of gold.
Oh, and she's married to Josh Brolin?
I don't know, is she?
Or she was until 2013.
Oh, I was gonna say good for him, but no, he's probably dating fucking Selena Gomez or some shit.
Josh Brolin, I feel like he's married to somebody that I know.
Cable. Fucking Cable, man.
Josh Brolin's spouse.
What about this?
I don't think he's married now. That's it.
What about this?
Oh, Catherine Boyd.
Okay. What about this this little clip that's circulating from the Adam Carolla show where that TJ Miller is talking about Ryan Reynolds not being a fucking nice guy?
Well, he's been saying that.
Well, yeah, but I had never seen that. I didn't know that.
Oh, I thought you knew that. He said after Deadpool 1, he never worked with him again. I think it says resurfacing with the you know, because they kind of like not purposely, but he kind of blackballed himself by saying that because Ryan Reynolds is so beloved.
Yeah, well, he still does. I feel like he still does all this voice work and shit. He's on all the fucking. He does all the fucking like Family Guy shit and American
Maybe he's
Dad
just not
shit.
as famous as I think he is, but
He
yeah.
he had a run where he was in a ton of movies, like with like the Rogan fucking group of actors and like all those guys that were in all those movies together.
Yeah.
He was in that type of shit. He was in like She's Just Not That Indie, just not at that indie maybe. What is it called?
Yeah.
She's Out of My League. He was in that. He's been in a ton of shit. He always plays like somebody's friend in every movie.
But I feel like he said that like a year ago, or maybe like a year and a half ago, and I don't know if we talked about it, but I remember hearing that, and then he came back out saying that I feel like he's just getting traction because of Logan about to come out, and now he's like kind of popular. Like, you know, it's had enough time where people forgot about it, and now he's kind of articulating himself better.
Dude, bro, he's in Deadpool 2.
Is it Deadpool 2 he's in?
Yeah, he's in 1 and 2. He's not in 3. He's not going to be in this.
Maybe it was after 2, but I remember like he was talking that shit.
Yeah, I think Deadpool 2 came out in, I think, 2018, and yeah, so Logan came out in 17. Deadpool 2 came out in 2018.
Because I remember when you sent me that link, I thought it was that old ass interview where he said that before, and I was like, I already heard this. But then I clicked on it, I was like, oh, this is new. Okay.
Yeah, weird. I didn't know that. It's kind of sad to hear that you know, maybe Ryan Reynolds is a little fucking pretentious, but it's also kind of comes with the territory. I don't know how you can be that fucking famous and beloved and not think highly of yourself, unless you're Keanu Reeves, right?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is a humility goat.
He is like, Keanu Reeves is like, if you want to be an actor, that's the one you should be, you know?
Yeah,
and it's like, sure. He was never that great of an actor. If you look at his roles, he's not the most terrific
People
actor.
used to make fun of him, like,
yeah,
we dogs, bro. But then it's like, after The Matrix, it's like, I feel like that's when everybody's like, or no, you know what movie is good that he was in a long time ago is The Devil's Advocate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my heck, bro. Him and De Niro and his wife. I can't remember the actress's name. I'm not going to try because I'm doing really good about not fucking his name up in this podcast.
I'm just glad I finally get you because it wasn't De Niro. It was Al Pacino.
Oh, God damn it. I was doing so good. You're right. No, you're absolutely right.
Well, you didn't fuck up a name. You just kind of like mixed up the two actors.
Yeah, I was getting ahead of myself.
Basically the same guy anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's Pacino. When he was doing the thing where he yelled and every frick. I'm doing a terrible act. He was doing that thing where he like yell. He's a bad man. You know, like The Son of a Woman, where he kind of got that whole yell his line thing kind of.
Dude, that's every movie, dude. He's like, she's got a great ass.
Yeah. Very intense. Yeah.
I love him, man. It's fucking Scarface. I love Pacino.
Yeah, you gotta love him.
Way more than De Niro. I'm not even a big De Niro fan, to be honest. I'll be honest with you. Not a huge De Niro fan, but I love Pacino.
De Niro's really good in some things. I mean,
he is.
Right?
Especially back in the day, right? Casino.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of the new comedies, but yeah, like.
Hey, Godfather again. Pacino.
Goodfellas. Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of Taxi Driver, right?
Yeah, Taxi Driver.
Oh, he's in Godfather 2. That's Pacino and De Niro, both in that.
But yeah, he's good in mob shit. You know, he's good at Meet the Parents. It's pretty funny in Meet the Parents.
Yeah. Let's see.
But I don't know. As an actor, I think I like Pacino a little more. I like him in Heat. You ever seen Heat?
Yes. I was about to say that. Oh, and he's in The Joker. He does really good in that. Oh
yeah.
That was cool.
Plays the late night host or whatever.
Yeah. Let me see what else. I'm looking at IMDb, so I'm kind of cheating, but Awakenings was hella good.
All right, you said that. No, you told me about it.
Oh yeah, it's where all these people come back from their like comas and stuff from some medication, and then like they start getting all these. It's cool. It's based on a true story.
Yeah, you told me about it on an episode of Long Lost Brothers, I believe.
Yeah, sounds about right. I always bring that shit up.
So what else been going on, man? I know both you and I have kind of discovered for the first time this Gotham Knights that was originally a CW show, but it just dropped on Max. I never saw it on CW.
I'm like, I'll say this, like, if I hadn't known it was coming and got hyped up for it, I'd be bummed out. But since I hadn't, I'm like super into it because it's like, oh, like I didn't even know I was getting this. This is like, dope, dude. Like it just popped up out of surprise, and I was like, huh.
I like it. It's a fun little like alternate world story where Batman's dead. I like that.
I feel like it's on par with like Gotham.
Yes.
I wouldn't say it's as good as Gotham, but it's on par with Gotham.
Yeah, I love, dude. It's got so many cool things. Like the series heavily features the Court of Owls. I know you're not super far into it yet, but they end up playing like a big fucking role in the show. Like you see them a lot. Court of Owls. Favorite all-time fucking comic book storylines with Batman.
I fell asleep, so I need to backtrack like 2 episodes. But yeah, I fell asleep early last night. But I was watching it last night, and I fell asleep. I had to like.
Ever since I read the Court of Owls story, I'm like, dude, they need to put them in a movie. Why are they not in a movie? Because what's cool about the Court of Owls is like it's not, there's no mutation or powers or anything.
Yeah, it's just a mob. It's like the Illuminati.
Yes, it's like the Illuminati. It's like the richest of the rich and the influential people in a city. And it's the people behind the people, right? It's the people fucking shit behind the scenes. It's the Illuminati, like you said. And I'm like, that's perfect, especially for the Pattinson Batman world. I feel like would work.
Yeah, you were saying that last night when we were messaging about it. And bro, yeah, I think you're right. That would be a dope one because that one's kind of more based in reality.
Yeah, real grounded.
Yeah, like they're trying to make it as realistic as can be, like as detective as it can be.
Yeah, and it ties in real heavy.
It's like what the Nolan one did, but like one step closer.
Yeah, which I was surprised by. Like I figured the Nolan version of Batman would be like the most grounded, realistic version we'd ever get. And that Batman came out, I was like, damn, this is like just like if some dude put on a fucking Batman costume. Like it feels real.
It's like a detective book.
Penguin does not look like a fucking penguin. Like I'm loving it, dude.
Looks like a mobster.
Yes. So bringing them in for like the Batman 2 or the Batman 3, I think would be fucking awesome. It has a lot to do with Bruce Wayne's past. Like supposedly they killed his grandfather. His dad's dad way back in the fucking day. Oh. So yeah, it goes deep into like the history of his family. And so I hope they
and I was a little thrown off. It's like there's no Alfred. Two-Face, what's his name? Harvey Dent. He's still just Harvey Dent.
Yeah, he's not Two-Face yet. Which by the way, keep watching because they hint a lot at fucking Two-Face in this series.
Yeah, and then you're saying they pulled the plug on this?
Yeah. Yes, they only got one season.
Damn.
You know what, though? It might be a blessing because them CW shows, the first season was good, and then they start getting a little weak.
Yeah, they get a little rowdy in that writing room.
But I do want you to check out Superman and Lois. The first 2 seasons are fucking fire, dude. Fire.
That's a nice saying.
Superman and Lois are married. They move back to Smallville. They got fucking 2 teenage boys, and they're wondering like if these kids are going to end up having powers and shit.
I what's going to happen? I put it on, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And,
it gets really.
Maybe maybe it was on TV in like a hotel room or something because I felt like I jumped in the middle. Like, what the fuck is what? There's super kids. Like, what the fuck
I'll tell you, the guy who plays Superman is a really good Superman. Like he plays the role really well, and like just imagine a middle-aged Superman.
Okay.
Like, he does it so well, and he plays like the good Superman really well. Not the dark Henry Cavill version, but like the fucking good guy.
Like a matured Superman, where he's like good for the sake of being good. It's supposed to be
Yes. And there's a lot of cool shit in the series. And I don't know what I was going to say about it, but it's it's good. It's a good series. I haven't watched, I've only just started season 3, but so far, that's a good ass series. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure I could talk Kimberly into watching because she likes Superman quite a bit. That's her favorite superhero. And I still say in Snyderverse, Man of Steel is one of the best movies.
It's good, man. I don't like people need to go back and revisit Man of Steel because it is, if you can get over now. Some people, I get it. They're like, that's not my Superman. Like my Superman doesn't kill Zod. You know,
my Superman does.
Yeah, fuck it.
It's not like he bloodlust kills him. He like kills him so he'll stop killing people. Like it's not like he's like, oh, I'm gonna smirk this fool. He's like, stop, please. Like he's pleading with him to stop, and he won't. So he had to.
Yeah, 100%. I like the darker, not darker version of Superman because he's not a dark guy. He's not in any way like malevolent. He's just goes further than you're used to seeing. I get it, man. It's like showing Batman kill someone. It's like Batman doesn't kill. You can't fucking do that. But it worked for me, man. He's an ultra powerful god. He's fighting another ultra powerful god, and he kills him.
It made him not be super cheesy.
He's not killing Luthor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it pulled him out of being like cheesy. You know, it's like, oh, Superman.
Yeah, I do. I think it grounds it a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's not like he was like, oh, I'm gonna kill all these fools. He's like, no, I have to kill this fool. He's not gonna stop.
Yeah, and I think it would really happen that way if we had a fucking superpowered being like that. By the way, you have to fucking watch Invincible. I know you're not.
Right. You've been telling me for a long time.
Shit, but it's so fucking good. And if you want to see a fucking dark version of Superman, that's your fucking joint right there.
All right.
Really fucking good, man. And then the Adam Eve special that's on there is really fucking good too. So if you watch Invincible, then they put out this Adam Eve series. It's not a series. It's just a 1-episode thing. It's like 1 hour.
I feel like I saw a commercial for that.
Yeah, and it's just basically it's the backstory of one of the characters from Invincible, and it's really fucking good. But it's very adult. Like it starts out, you're like, I might show my kids this, and you're like, whoa, maybe not. It's like level shit at some points. They're like, what?
I'm gonna have to check it out.
You have to.
I've been wanting to. There's a lot of hype around it. I should watch it.
And there's a season 2 coming out at the end of this year, so yeah, get caught up.
I saw that. I did see that they're doing another one. All right.
I'm agreed, man. This has been a good summer for like movies. Like, there's a lot of movies I still want to see. Fucking Oppenheimer. We're going to see Ninja Turtles tomorrow. Like, there's a lot of shit I want to see, but I'm worried that shit's about to dry up because, you know, the writers' strike and the actors' strike is still on. And it's like, what happens when they fucking run out of movies that have already been shot and made? You know?
Yeah. At least we got Loki coming up here soon.
Yes, Loki's already done. So we're getting that in October, I think we're getting that. So be here before you know.
Yeah, and they're putting out a remake of Pet Sematary with I think it's Jason Bateman.
Did I tell you they just remade Pet Sematary like fucking 4 years ago.
No, it's a prequel.
Oh yeah, I did see that. What about though? Hold on. What were we just talking about? Just right before that?
Pet Sematary?
Right before Pet Sematary. What were we talking about?
Loki.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Supposedly this fall we're supposed to be getting the X-Men is coming back. The animated series.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Called X-Men 97, and it's gonna pick up right where the series left off.
I heard about that, and then I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. Well, supposedly they're making it. It's just it was supposed to come out this fall, but who knows?
Well, fingers crossed, because I'll watch the shit out of that.
Fuck yeah, I love X-Men the animated series. Let's bring back Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The 90s Spider-Man cartoon. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit! And the fucking Gargoyles live action.
Yeah. What about that's gonna be fucking wild, bro. I watch Gargoyles every damn day before school, dude.
Hell yeah. Hell.
It always sucked though because my bus came at 7:20 and it come on at 7, so I'd always miss the last 4 minutes.
Yeah. Dude, even my wife chimed in the fucking group like, I'm excited for this. I'm like, what? Who are you?
Oh shit.
She's on that Goliath, I guess.
Yeah. That's the main dude, right?
Yeah, the main gargoyle. I'm definitely down for that, man. I love that series. And I feel like seeing that in live action would be fucking dope. Like those statues coming to life. I think that would be fucking dope. I don't know any fucking particulars. I did look it up to make sure it's real. It is really happening. That poster that we saw, though, that I posted, it's not a real poster. It's a fan-made poster.
Yeah.
But the
movie's happening.
Yes, the movie's actually real. So I'm fucking pumped for that. All right, man. We can wrap it up now.
All right. So check us out. Probably it'll drop Friday. It's gonna be the roundtable for Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Check us out on there.
Marvel Plus roundtable for Secret Invasion. If you like that series, if you hated that series, whatever, tune in, see what we thought about it, and yeah. What else? Follow us everywhere. I'm at Real Brett Scott on all platforms.
Follow me Cole_Witta_K on Instagram, and I'm not really promoting anything at this time.
Yeah, follow us on Facebook. Long
Lost Brothers podcast.
Yep, and I think that's gonna do it, man.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you on Thursday.
Later.